Your friends and family might be killing your YouTube channel, and the worst thing is you're the one letting them do it. In today's video, I'm gonna be explaining to you exactly why you should not tell anyone about your YouTube channel. And I'm gonna be telling you about the direct reasons why you shouldn't do that, as well as the indirect reasons. And I didn't tell anyone about my channel for over a year after I started it. Literally over a year after my channel blew up, I still didn't tell anyone about it. And that's one of the only reasons that it succeeded so much. Because while other creators were begging for support from the wrong people, I was building an audience that actually cared. And when I first started recording videos, I was living in a house with 7 male roommates. And none of my roommates knew that I had a YouTube channel. They might have suspected it because they probably heard me recording videos once in a while, but I never told any of them that I had a YouTube channel. In fact, I only told one person about my channel, and it's the person who helped me to start it, which was my mentor, Sam, who already had a successful YouTube channel himself. But other than that, I didn't tell anyone about my YouTube channel for well over a year, and I think that was one of the most important reasons why I was so successful. And I'm gonna explain exactly why that is and exactly why you should also not tell anyone about your YouTube channel, especially if you're in certain types of circumstances. So if you appreciate me making this video, let me know by gently tapping that like button. Now let's jump into it right now. Now, first, let's talk about a little more of a direct reason why you shouldn't tell people about your YouTube channel. And this is what I like to call the algorithm destroyer. YouTube's recommendation system learns from your first few viewers. And when you share your videos with friends or family, they'll click because they want to support you, not because they genuinely are interested in the topic. And this can actually destroy your channel, because here's what happens. Your cousin clicks on the video about business tips, but your cousin doesn't care about business tips. They watch for 30 seconds out of obligation, maybe they even leave a nice comment, and then they click away. And then they never watch your channel again when your videos pop up. However, YouTube sees this and they start serving your content to more people like your cousin, aka other people who also don't care about business. Then when those people don't click on your videos, the algorithm thinks that your content sucks, you get low watch time, poor engagement, there's wrong audience signals, and it's a downward spiral from there. YouTube stops recommending your videos to people who would actually watch it, your video stalls out, and it never reaches your right audience. And it's not personal, it's all about fit. Your family might care about you, but they don't care about your niche, and their viewing behavior sends the wrong data to YouTube. And this can kill your channel before it even gets started. But besides the logical algorithm reason, there's a much more important reason to not tell anyone about your YouTube channel. And that is because in many cases, it can be professional career suicide. So let's talk about your professional life. Now, before I started my YouTube channel, I was a pharmacist. I literally went to school for many years. I got a doctorate, I got 6 figures in student loan debt, and I became a pharmacist. Now, what if one of my patients disagrees with something that I say on YouTube, right? That's kind of scary. They could make a big deal about it at my work. They could potentially get me in trouble. They could even contact the board of pharmacy that certified me. Think about it. What if someone takes offense to me calling their degree useless, for instance, like when I first started my channel? Now suddenly I'm the ignorant pharmacist who doesn't respect education. And in a corporate setting, do I want my coworkers knowing that I have a YouTube channel? Absolutely not. There's zero benefit, only potential career damage. What if my boss finds my content controversial? What if my channel has a little bit of success and all of a sudden my colleagues get jealous of my success? What if customers think I'm not focused on my job because I have a YouTube channel? Or maybe my coworkers or maybe my boss thinks that I'm losing focus. There's literally no upside to mixing your professional life with your YouTube life, especially early on. And in many cases, there can be downside. And this is what I call the crabs in a bucket mentality, or the crabs in a bucket effect. And this is something that will blow your mind, but in many cases, people don't want to see you succeed, especially people at your current social level. I remember when my brother Zach started his YouTube channel just a few months ago. He just started his YouTube channel and we were actually on vacation together in Mexico. And we were hanging out and some of his friends were making fun of him. They were saying, "Oh, your YouTube videos suck, bro. You sound like a robot." And they were laughing at him. And a few days later, his channel blew up. And I made sure to bring that up just to show them how they were. And this is what people do. When you try to do something above the norm, they try to pull you down, right? It's like crabs in a bucket. And by the way, I don't think most people even plan this out. It's just kind of a subconscious thing, right? One crab tries to climb out and the other crabs grab it and pull it back down. And I also call this tall poppy syndrome. I've heard that in Australia, where the tallest poppy is the one that gets cut. And basically when people see you trying to climb out of a bad or a mediocre situation into a higher social level, AKA trying to make yourself better or improve your life, they resist it. it. They want to keep you where you are because that's where they are. And if they see someone else who's on their level, who's kind of in the same situation as them, climb out of their situation, that's a threat to their ego, right? They think that they're stuck there and they think there's nothing they can do and they just want to blame the world for the situation that they're in. And if they see you climb out of that situation, whether it's right or wrong, they see that as a threat to their ego. They see that as a challenge to them. And some people will rise to the challenge, but honestly, most people will try to drag you back down. This is why I didn't tell any of my family about my channel until over a year into starting it. I eventually did tell my brother, the same brother actually that I helped start a channel, my brother Zach. Oh, and by the way, if you want to know exactly how I helped my brother Zach grow from literally zero, like absolutely no YouTube knowledge whatsoever, to making $214 in a single day, 29 days after starting his channel, then go ahead and attend the live training down in the description in the pinned comment below. All right, quick break. This Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm hosting a free live workshop called How to Finally Profit from YouTube with AI. It's happening live on November 11th, 2025, so make sure to mark that down right now. So if you've been struggling to find your niche or you don't want to spend months or even years creating videos in a niche that's not profitable, then this workshop is for you. Because for everyone who shows up live, I'll be giving away my Niche Validator 2.2. This is the newest version of my AI-powered niche validation tool that helps you to instantly test and uncover profitable YouTube niches before you waste time creating content that doesn't convert. And it's been refined and updated based on real channel data, and I'll be giving it away completely free, but only during this live workshop. And just a quick heads up, I will be turning this into a full software product at some point in the future, so this version may not be available for free much longer. So if you've been waiting to get it, this is a good time to do it now. So attend the free live workshop by clicking that link down the description and the pinned comment below to grab it. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you. See you this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. But anyways, after over a year of me keeping it a secret, I finally revealed it to my brother, but I didn't reveal it to any friends. Even till this day, I don't think I've told a single friend. Some of them have come to me, like eventually they discover the channel, maybe it pops up on their feed or something like that. They discover the channel and eventually they come to me and they're like, hey, I saw you on YouTube, you know, and they'll start asking me about it, but I never told any of them first. And you know, I'll get messages from people on social media that I went to school with or were old friends of mine and they say they saw me on YouTube. And in some cases, I'll actually just play dumb. I'll be like, oh, wow, that guy really looks like me. Then I'll just change the subject, right? Because again, there's just no benefit to confirming it, right? Because there's literally no benefit to me like bragging about my channel or bragging about my success like that to my friends. Because if I just told my friends, that would put way more pressure on me to perform. You know, if I don't do well, they'd be laughing at me, making fun of me, just like people were making fun of Zach when I went on vacation with him to Mexico. And if I did do well, they would start getting jealous and there would be the crabs in a bucket mentality. So there's literally just no benefits and all downside to me telling people about the channel. And in fact, it can be a bit of a money trap because what happens when you become successful, which if you do blow up on YouTube, you will very likely be making a lot of money, especially if you follow the advice from this channel, because I not only help people get a lot of views, but more importantly, I help them properly monetize those views because there's a lot of broke influencers out there and I don't want you to be one of them. But when you start making a lot of money, people start coming out of the woodwork. Old friends that haven't talked with you forever start wanting to hang out with you. And of course, you know, they start telling you about their problems and, you know, you're just counting down the moments until they start asking you for money. Or maybe old family members that you met like one time at a family reunion when you were like 7 years old will all of a sudden start, you know, adding you on Facebook and start trying to, you know, start a relationship with you. And again, you just start counting down the moments until they ask you for money because people literally just start seeing you as like an ATM or a bank account. And it's really sad, but that is just the reality of the situation. And I'm not saying everyone does this, but a lot of people will do that. And I'm like, dude, I'm not a bank. I'm not an ATM. When you come to my house, do you think you're walking into a bank? When you go up to me and say hi, do you think you're walking up to an ATM? And you might be thinking, well, maybe they're just asking for a loan, bro. You know, if one of your friends asks you for a loan, you're gonna lose your money and you're gonna lose your friendship. Okay, that's what happens like 95% of the time. Because every time you hang out with that person, it's gonna be a little bit awkward because they owe you money. And chances are you're not even gonna hang out in the first place because they're just gonna avoid you because again, they owe you money. And maybe you get the money back, but chances are you lose the money and the friendship. So it's a terrible idea to loan people money, generally speaking. Now, of course, there's exceptions. There's people that are very mature out there, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, this is the truth. And if you've ever actually made a lot of money, you know that what I'm saying is true. Every successful or even semi-successful person has dealt with this. Oh, and it's not just the money, by the way. People start thinking that they're entitled to your time. So for instance, you get a lot of free coaching demands. So you'll have friends and maybe family members that all of a sudden want you to coach them on whatever you're doing. So let's just say you start a successful YouTube channel. They'll all be like, oh, you need to teach me how to start start a successful YouTube channel. And you need to do it for free. And if they don't take action, they don't get results, they're gonna blame you. And if you agree to coach them, it becomes a huge obligation that takes up a lot of your time. Now, by the way, in my brother's case, I wanna make this very clear. I actually brought up the idea to him for me to coach him, just to be clear. But in many other cases, I'm not gonna name names or anything like that with, friends, etc. They sort of felt like I owed them some type of free coaching. Like I needed to coach them for hundreds of hours on how to be successful on YouTube because we're friends, so I owe them that for some reason. I even had like old classmates do this. Like they just feel like they're entitled to my money and my time, right? And this is without me bragging and without me broadcasting my success on YouTube. So I can't even imagine how much worse it would have been if I did broadcast that success.
What's happening, guys? In the editing process of this video, and I have an opportunity for a select group of people. So these are people who are serious about growing their personal brand on YouTube. So basically, we figured out recently how to grow a personal brand and combine all the upsides of a personal brand with the upsides of automation, right? Using AI, using things like this to basically grow your personal brand 10 times faster, which in the past used to take decades to do. And now you can do it significantly faster. And you can do this to get a better job. We work with beginners that just want to get a better job with their personal brand. You can do this to make money as a side hustle. We work with a lot of people like that. We can do this to make more money if you already have a side hustle or a small business. Or if you're already crushing it on YouTube, we can help you crush it 10 times more. We've worked with people like that as well. I literally can show clients at each level. People that we've gotten from 0 to over 10K, 0 to like over 30K, from like 1K per month all the way up to 185K per month, from around 30K per month all the way up to over 500K per month. So literally at every single level, and it works for everyone in every situation. With that being said, we are only working with 3 to 5 people, and they have to be people who are very serious, right? People who are dedicated to making this work. So if you think you're that type of person, go ahead and apply it down in the description and the pinned comment below, and you could be part of our group of 3 to 5 that we help. So see you there. Have a good one.
And then another problem is the embarrassment factor. I would have been way more embarrassed recording videos if my roommates knew that I was recording YouTube videos. Chances are they probably thought I was recording some type of video for a class or, some type of presentation or like a Loom video or something like that. And so when they heard me recording videos in my room, because the walls were pretty thin and you could definitely hear that, they probably didn't think anything of it. But if they knew I had a YouTube channel, then they would have known I was probably recording YouTube videos, and that would have made me nervous, and they probably would have been like laughing outside of my room, and there just would have been a lot of embarrassment and shame around it. So yeah, honestly, I could probably go on and on and on about all the different reasons why you just should not tell anybody about your YouTube channel. Listen, if you've got a significant other, maybe tell them. They're probably over at your place all the time, or they live at your place, so obviously tell them. But there's pretty much no reason to tell anybody else. And I think another reason for that, and I'm just gonna go into this because this is a little bit like philosophical, but I think another reason is when you tell other people you're really excited about it, you get a lot of dopamine just from telling them about what you want to do. And that feels really good, right? It feels really good to be like, I want to do this. I'm so excited about this. You get a lot of dopamine from that. But the truth is you didn't earn that dopamine, right? You didn't actually do anything. So you're putting the cart before the horse. You should do the thing, get success, and then, and only then, maybe you should tell people about it because you actually earned the success at that point. Sorry, that's like a little philosophical, and I don't want to get too deep on things, but I think that's another thing that it really makes a big difference. So yeah, free training, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. Look forward to meeting you there. I'll answer all of your questions. Literally, even if I have to stay like an hour and a half, 2 hours answering questions, I'll still do it. I also have a really awesome AI tool that we update all the time that I'm going to be giving to you. And it'll only be this one time, so make sure you don't miss out on it. Put it on your calendar as well. And also, for 99.9% of people out there, you're going to watch my content. You're going to get inspired by it. You're going to get value from it. And then you're going to go out and do it on your own. But there's always that 1% of people, or that 0.1% of people who actually want coaching, who want to work with someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to growing and making money on YouTube. If that 0.1% is you, go ahead, book a call down in the description and the pinned comment below, and you can apply for my coaching program, Content Growth Engine. On this call, we'll figure out where you are right now, where you want to be, we'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. So yeah, check that out. And also check out this video right here on the top 10 settings that smart YouTubers always enable after they upload a video. And you can check that out by clicking right here.